All right, welcome back, everyone. 皆さん、お帰りなさい。今日は8日目です。It is day 8, right? Our reviews are kind of starting to stagger a little bit. Get into our 3 grammar points here today. What do you have? Ano? Oh, this is to complete the Osoado stuff. This is talking about the yeah, as the pre-noun adjectival portion of ano. Ano is classified as a pre-noun adjectival in Japanese. They are a special type of word that do not conjugate, right? This means that they will always appear in the same form. Ano comes from the same family, right? Actually, they're referring to the are and asoko, and is used to identify a thing that is away from both the listener and the speaker. Sorry, I had to ban your daily bot. It is usually translated as that thing over there.
あの子は可愛いね。
Okay. Right. It's often to refer to any person in an affectionate way, regardless of their age, primarily women. For the ko. It is often used to refer to any person in an affectionate way, regardless of their age or primarily a woman. Oh, the ananoko. Or no, anoko. Interesting for this particular thing.
あの話は嘘？
Uso. Okay. A story that we both know about. Right. Because this is more like kind of questioning, but also since it's so kind of casual, I guess, so to speak, it's kind of inferring that they both are aware of it. More like as confirmation, seeking confirmation. What is this little red dot? Was that always there? What is this like red box thing? Oh wait. Oh, it's grammar. It's a grammar box. Oh no, maybe not. Yes. Okay. Is that always there? Huh. As the name, pronoun, adjectival suggests, these words will always appear before a noun and describe that noun in some way. Right. And kosoado is the related group. Explanatory emphasis, the fact is. Adding adding to the end like des. And then no des. That's a form of okay, so we got our expression, auxiliary verb, standard. So let's say da. Let's see, after e adjective, right? And then right, na adjective requires a na. Nan, yeah. What does the one mean? Oh no, I see what they're doing. So instead of writing 2 separate entries, no can be in place. Let's see if there's a nuance between them. Notice is a construction with several different forms, each meaning roughly the same thing. Roughly, okay. This expression behaves similar to da and des by themselves, asserting that something is true. However, the addition of no strengthens the relationship being highlighted. Due to this, it will come across as a bit like it is a fact that a okay.
ここのコーヒーが美味しいんです。
Yeah, strong assertion.
私が悪いのです。
Wait.
私が悪いのです。
Oh, right. Interesting. I am the one to blame. Huh. Intriguing. In these sentences, we can think of, I thought of it as like it's my bad, right? So I'm the one to blame. Fair enough. In these sentences, we think of the or the no as simply adding emphasis to the statement. Due to the no adding emphasis, this expression will be heard very frequently in explanations. That's fair. Caution, there's no real difference, okay, between and no. Only no is considered correct Japanese, but evolved to make things easier to say. Okay. Is the most common form in spoken Japanese, and the use of no can be considered a bit formal or stiff. Okay. While both the da and des are equally as natural, only the des form will be used if adding ka to the end of desu ka. This construction shows that the speaker is looking for an explanation about something. Okay. Intriguing.
あなたはこれが欲しいんですか?
And it goes back to the idea that if you're asking a question, in my opinion, you tend to try to, I don't know if this is the actual explanation or is a coincidence, but for myself to explain this is when you're asking a question, it's kind of burdensome. So typically you would try to sound as soft or formal or polite as possible when you're asking a question.
お腹が空いたのですか?
Let's see. Sweeta. Okay. What do we have here? Right, to be is related. Makes sense. Oh, no. Yeah, dakedo. And then, desu ka. Okay, notice applies, right? When paired with contrastive particles like kedo or ga. Kedo or ga, the speaker often implies something left unsaid. Yep. As in, 難しいんですけど. Yep. And then I always like kind of trail off a little because I always think of it as the ... Like, well, so something like, right, that's how I read it as. Thanks, Jess. So I always read it as like, 難しいんですけど. Like, not that it could end up high or low, but it's really just to imply that it's like, well, anyways. So it doesn't necessarily have to be but and nowadays in English. Just trailing off. Like, well, and you fill in the blanks. Okay. E adjective, pass. Alright, so we're getting into the past. Cannot be, wait, without positive or negative, cannot be used with da. Well, because it's changing da, no? In order to create the past form of, oh yeah, the E adjective itself, yes. In order to create the past form of E adjective, you must add the auxiliary verb ha to the past conjugation form of the E adjective. Right. I can see how they go about describing it that way. The past conjugation form is created by removing the E and replacing it with a ka. This structure is equivalent to was in English, sure. So, omoshiroi, right? Omoshiroi. And then, omoshiroka, right? And then the conjugation form used with ta and several other auxiliary verbs. So,
お風呂が温かかった.
how dare you use atatakatta first? Ofuro, right? お風呂が温かかった。
お風呂が温かかった.
Yeah, 温かかった. Of all the things to use first, of course. I think they did that intentionally for fun. It's usually this one's the one where you find the funny thing. So atataka katta, right? Atatakatta.
昨日の夜は寒かった。
Samakatta. Okay. Sure. From these examples, we can see how the casual form is constructed. Yes. In modern Japanese, simply adding this after ta is considered to be standard polite past form. Okay. Right.
京都は涼しかったです。
Zushikatta desu. Okay.
このケーキは甘かったです。
Caution. Although this is considered to be polite by most people, using this in kata is not academically correct Japanese. However, considering how common its usage has become, it may be used in almost any situation confidently. Okay. There's gonna be a separate, probably a separate grammar point for formal, probably. Verb normalizer, yeah, verb normalizer. And the one that which, okay. Article, standard, case marking, verb, and no. In Japanese, no, noa, right, noa and noga behave in a very similar, pretty sure it's noa, behave in a very similar way to the words that or which in English. This means that they perform a task called nominalization. Nominalization is where a phrase is treated in the same way as a single noun, yes. Or a nominal phrase.
たくさん食べるのは彼です。
Yeah, so one that eats a lot, right? Because it gets nominalized. たくさん食べるのは彼です。彼です。
たくさん食べるのは彼です。 私はバスに乗るのが嫌いです。
Yeah, literally that which is riding a bus. I am riding a bus, or yeah, the topic riding a bus. So I hate riding a bus, or I don't like riding a bus. Rather than a single noun, we can see from these examples that the phrase, right, たくさん食べるのは and the バスに乗るのが are behaved in the same way that a single noun would. In English, this can either mean that which or the one who that. This construction can be used after verbs in any tense. This construction can be used after verbs in any tense, okay? Except for the polite mas and masen, which are only used at the end of a sentence or certain clauses. That's interesting. Why that's the case.
彼は走るのが好き。
He likes running.
お菓子を全部食べたのは娘だ。
Someone ate all the candy. It was daughter. Okay.
山を登っているのは今田さんだ。
Imada-san. Yeah, okay. Climbing the mountain. Is climbing the mountain. Imada-san da. No cannot be used as a substitute for koto. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten to koto yet. Koto instead expressions like koto ga dekiru and koto ga aru. It also may not be followed by da. Right? Dearu or des, as this would become the explanatory des and no des in that case. Oh. We'll have to sort that out later. Synonyms. Adjective plus what? The one that. Both of these patterns use no to turn a phrase into a noun. For example, the word hashiru becomes hashiru no ga suki because the subject marker ga must follow a noun. Okay. The adjective no wa pattern works similarly, turning adjectives into I see. Oh, okay. I see. I see. That was the differentiator. Related. Short wa. Combine particles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dealing with the no's. Converting a verb into a noun. Yeah, we haven't gotten to koto yet. Koto might be the last lesson. It's not. I guess it's till tomorrow. E-adjectives plus noun describing a noun. Oh, great. E-adjectives. This one's pretty straightforward. In Japanese, almost any type of word can be attached to the beginning of a noun to modify the meaning or describe the qualities of that noun. However, depending on the type of word we use, the type of word used, conjugation rules would differ slightly. For e-adjectives, they are simply attached to the front of the noun of their standard dictionary form.
速い車、怖い先生。
Kawaii sensei. When identifying what is an e-adjective and what is not, remember that e-adjectives will always have the e outside of kanji that are in the word. However, the reverse situation with non-adjective always have the e in the kanji and not one true 100% of the time, right? Omoshiroi, the e is outside of the kanji, so interesting is almost definitely e-adjective. Kirei, the e is inside of the kanji, so clean is definitely not an e-adjective, but it may or may not be a non-adjective. What it's saying, it's not an e-adjective. One example of an exception as mentioned above is right. Irai, despite the e being outside of the kanji, hate is actually a non-adjective. Don't worry though, less than 1% of any adjective that has one that e on the outside of the kanji will actually be a non-adjective. Yes. I think I said that correctly. Right. So yeah, so if the e is not outside, right, it is definitely not an e adjective. When it is outside, it is almost always an e adjective, but sometimes it can be a non-adjective. Oh, I actually misspoke a little bit. That's a little weird. Okay, and then we have the related non-adjective. That's fine. Okay. Oops.
あの人はトムです。
いいんですか?
Okay, so that's emphatic. The stress is, the keyword is emphatic. Okay.
寒かった。
わかった。Okay. 読む the one who
読むのは私です。
新しい車。
Alright. Okay. Let's do our vocab. What time is it? Face ourselves here. Okay. We have Suiyobi. Not much to write about Suiyobi. Jitensha. Jitensha. Fine. Only bicycle and bike. Miru. Miru. Examine, look over, assess, to look after, to attend. Oh yeah, I can see how that's related to that. To experience, to meet with. Oh, with anything. Not like I guess they only wrote misfortune and success as opposed to like literal things. To try auxiliary verb. To try to, usually written kana alone after the te form. See that. Intriguing. Neru. Lie down, sleep, lie flat. Air, interesting. To lie idle, funds in stock. To ferment. Well, that's interesting. Oboeru. Memorize, right? Memorize, to commit to memory, to learn. To learn, to pick up, to acquire. Okay. To feel. I can see that. And to think, to regard. Okay. Haberu. To live on a salary. Oh, to live off. Oh, it does have those things. Okay. True. Like true. I like true, but not using the same character. Right. Obiru. Oh no, abiru, not obiru. Abiru. This one's got like some special stuff. To dash over oneself water, yes. Or to take a shower, to bask in the sun, yeah. To bathe in, to be flooded with light, to be covered, yeah. To dash over oneself water, yep. To suffer an attack, to draw criticism. Oh, yeah. It's still like being like swathed over by something, to have heaped upon, to be showered with. Interesting. Kariru, to borrow. Kariru, not kariru. Kariru. To borrow, to have a loan, to rent, or to hire. Right. Okiru. Okiru. Get up. To blaze up? To wake up, to be awake, right? To occur. Usually of unfavorable instances that happen to take place. Huh. Shimeru. Right. Close to shut. Okay with that. Dekakeru. Dekakeru has to like go out to an excursion or hang out. Or just to go out actually. No needing the idea of hanging out. To leave, to depart, to start, to set out, to start. Dekakeru. I think I might have said deke. Dekakeru. To be about to. Okay. Right. Oshieru. To inform. To preach. Intriguing. Hajimeru. To start, to begin. To start a business. And then they do identify transitive and intransitive. This is transitive. And then kiku is right. We got the transitive. Right, listen to music. Ask to inquire, query, legal and official context. To follow advice or order. To hear, plea, to grant, accept, argument. To smell incense and to sample. To taste alcohol. What? Well, those are interesting ones down the line. Suwaru, Suma position. Okay. That's an interesting way to look at it. Nomu. Drink. Smoke as opposed to tsu. Interesting. Engulf to overwhelm. That type of interesting. To keep down, to suppress. Accept, demand, a condition. To make light of. Conceal. These are really different. I haven't used them in that way. How? Meet to encounter to see. Often is used for close friends. May be associated with drama or pathos. May have an undesirable nuance. A different character. To have an accident or to have a bad experience. Usually written in kana alone. Okay. Two other overlapping o's. Kobu. Right, fly, jump, leap, bound, shore. To spatter or to scatter. Oh, to let, like, okay. To let fly certain things. Hurry and rush. I can see that. To run off. To flee. Oh, to fly. Okay. Disappear. Oh, and then to break off, yeah. To sent out. To come flying. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, this is a little weird. To be missing of a page. To skip, to jump. Ah. Okay. Oh no, it's iku. How long is this? Ooh, okay. Yeah, transitive, intransitive. Yeah. Move towards to go well, yeah, to proceed, or yeah, to proceed. To pass time, yes, things are fine. To stream and flow. To pass away, that's interesting. Different one. Overlap. To reach, to get to. An auxiliary verb. Usually written in kanama, yes, after the te form of a verb. To have an orgasm. Oh, yes. Okay. To trip to get high? To have a drug-induced hallucination? I don't know. Okay. Alright. Well. Well, oyogu. To struggle through a crowd. Oh, that feels like kind of wading as well. To make one's way through the world. Kind of poetic. To totter? To totter? To totter? Lose one's balance. Oh, I can kind of see that. Alright.
昨日は水曜日でした。
この自転車が欲しい。
Wait, what type of...
この映画を見よう。
Wow. I guess we could have just entered me. Yeah, I see. It's conjugated.
遅い時間に寝る。
国名を覚える。
私は食べることが好きだ。
太陽の光を浴びる。
Sunbathing.
友達から鉛筆を借ります。
明日は7時に起きる。
部屋のドアを閉める。
Which one?
買い物に出かける。
Only Mateo if not that's not the word that's not one of the vocabulary words. What? Oh, that type of give. Oops. I missed one.
人に道を教える。
Give as in like inform. Intriguing.
授業を始める。
音楽を聴く。
椅子に座る。
Oh no. It's a special. Oh yeah. Yeah, Nomu.
薬を飲む。
Oh, Nomu. That's kind of special.
駅で父に会う。
鳥が空を飛ぶ。
仕事へ行く。
海で泳ぐ。
Okay. Hooray! Alright, so now we got our reviews. Oh, wait, hold up. I think we're just gonna keep them separate. Let's do grammar and then do grammar first, then do vocabulary. So I can focus on them.
寝るか遊ぶ。
Okay.
川と滝、
木が高い。
ゆうこさんは、みおさん、
ゆうこさんはみおさんとコーヒーを飲む。
これはいいですか？
ここがいいです。
Whoops. What?
その映画を見る。
Standard assertive masculine? Assertive. Standard. Right?
あなただろう。
Wait, how does... Okay, it's still a little weird. Okay, assertive?
「それはいいよ。
What polite is... Oh. Go with... Oh. Is exist? Homo is exist? What part of things are missing? That doesn't help. Right? I got that. Do you want me to, like... Oh, wait, Oh, they do want that, okay. Do you want, like...
トムがいます。
Okay. How would I know that from all the other things? I guess it would be the differentiation between is and existence. How they would... Okay. この机の家
この机の上に座る。
For me, wow. Does not talk. Standard, negative.
トミーは話さない。トミーは話さないです。トミーは話しません。
Standard, negative.
ペンがない。
Special. It's special. Probably. Oh wait, me. I kind of just thought of Tabun. Polite and assertive.
明日は寒いでしょ
このケーキは大きいです。
That is there. Let me see. レストランは美味しいです。Why is that no out hanging out? Oh, I see. So like, oops. Wait. Oh, like, oops. Sorry.
そこのレストランは美味しいです。
That is there. Okay. The English is... I think we might actually have to use like this at least. Because for the grammar thing, I think doing target things isn't... I think we're gonna stick to hint 2. For now. Yeah. That's a little... These are not good enough.
あそこが広い。
Maybe after day 100 we're probably only gonna use this instead, if we can find it, like just this as a way to encourage explaining alternatively. For now, yeah, some of these are a little weird without... They're not... If I know what it's insinuating, yeah, that's okay.
自転車はいいね。
あれは綺麗です。
ここで曲がります。
Okay. Still filling out the stuff. Let's get to our vocab. I think these ones as target is okay. There's some weird grammar ones that I'm not sure.
お母さんが作る料理はとても美味しいです。
私の家から駅までは徒歩で10分ほどです。
Oops. I can't spell aircon. Wait.
新しいエアコンを買う。
あなたはお金が欲しいですか？
Me too. Me too, actually.
警官、ここでこの事件の調査をしましょ
うん。
明日の学校のカバンの準備をしなくちゃ。
う。このパンはおいしいです。
親が子供に、仕事が終わってから一緒に遊びましょう。
あなたはあそこにいる人を知っていますか？
その長い棒は何ですか？
長い棒。A pole? うん。ピン、ピン、what? ヴィンテージ。ヴィンテージ。インチ、インテの服は古いけど、プライス、価値があります。ヴィンテージ、vintage. I don't want to talk about it. Moving right along.
この中にはお茶が入っている。
彼は、非常にWhat do you have for passionate? Like something high energy. Could be no. I was thinking of something way different. Passionate. Okay, adjective. We're looking for an adjective that we can do. Could be an atsui. Atsui? No other thing, right? It's gotta be an atsui.
彼は非常に熱い人だ。
Secondary use for me.
僕は女の人と会話をするのが苦手です。
お風呂に入る。
この喫茶店の壁にはたくさんの絵がある。
Oh, that's
あなた
okay.
が彼女を殴ったの？
Okay.
はい、そうです。
All right. Gotta think of it in the form of a confirmation.
僕は悲しい映画より面白い映画の方が好きだ。
Hmm. Comparison.
この問題は難しいのでわからなかった。
That's okay. I don't understand difficult things. A baby girl? And I still use like
来月の中旬に女の子を出産する予定だ。
okay. Hmm. Oops.
彼女は私の友達です。
人はいつもよりOops.
明日はいつもより早い時間に起きる。
I was figuring out where my typo was. How did I manage to type the first thing? What? Oh. Wait. What? Oh, in
日
that
本
way.
人の友達からセンスをもらいました。
Wow, that is one way to put it, I suppose.
パートナーに何か高いディナーを食べに行きませんか？
私の家とパートナーの家はとても遠いです。
彼はとても細い。
僕はグロテスクな映像があるゲームが嫌いだ。
グロテスク。Interesting.
一人より友達と遊ぶともっと楽しいです。
僕の家は父、母、僕、妹の4人家族です。
彼は今どこにいますか？
この町に住んでいる家族連れは結構多いです。
あなたはカレーが好き？
What? Oh, I typed the wrong thing. What? Oh, food. Oh.
冷たい飲み物が飲みたいので氷を入れてください。
大きい家に住みたいけれどもお金が足りない。
Womp womp. Not enough money. Oh, they want the
あなたは
descriptor.
背が高いですか？
Oh? Wait. Oh, we're asking how
元気
are
です
you
か？
well? Are you okay?
来週のテストのため毎日勉強をする。
Better study every day.
ピアノの発表会は今日じゃないです。明日です。
Today is tomorrow. The piano lesson? Or yes. Or exhibition? A piano exhibition. Like a performance-ish exhibition. Oops. 私は辛いものが大好きだ。
このカフェのドリンクは値段が安いが味はとても美味しい。
私は怖い映画がない 嫌いです。
毎朝、ホームにはたくさんの学生と会社員がいます。
Fair.
今週から日本語の勉強を始めるつもりだ。
それは桜の木です。
この温泉宿の部屋は結構広いです。
結構広いです。Wait. Okay. I don't want to talk about
寿
this.
司を食べる。
I don't want to talk about sushi.
あの川は長くて深い。
私の姉は5つ年上だ。そして彼女はもう結婚をしている。
晩にゲームをする。
溺れている人を助けたのでいい気分だ。
店でこれを試着したいです。
したいです。したいです。Try.
これはとても大切な教科書だ。
There's so many importance or serious in my head.
今までに何回海外に行ったことがありますか？
Oops. I hit the wrong button.
飛行機でサッカーの試合を見に行く。
友達に頼む。誰か可愛い女の子を紹介してください。
What? That?
その本は漢字がたくさんあるので
Object.
難しいです。
Grammar point, actually. That's a grammar point.
私には暇な時間が1分もありません。
Oh, no, that's assignment. The class? Which class? What do we have for class? I thought it was oh, probably it's the same one that I got stopped last time, right? Did it work? Not a workout. We don't do workout or something like that. Yeah. Right?
国語の授業が嫌いです。
あなたは野球が好きですか？
I didn't go over Chukyo yesterday.
日記。昨日の花火大会はとても綺麗でした。
親が子供に、夜はピアノを弾かないでください。
Don't play the piano at night, please.
今日は暖かいので散歩に行きましょう。
ノートを見返したり教科書を読んだりする。
これは赤色の車です。
ピアノの練習をサボる。
あなたの学校には何本の木があるの？
このアパートの住民じゃない人はここに入ってはいけません。
彼は有名な俳優です。
Oops.
ここからあの音楽教室まではとても近いです。
彼は静かな人だ。
どんな服が好き？
このバスはどこに行きますか？
あなたが昨日行ったレストランの名前を教えてください。
あなたは土曜日が好きですか？
父が北海道や東北の冬はとても寒いと言っていた。
I'll say. Okay. So probably the biggest stop today. Hang on. There's that is there. What was that? That is there. What is this? Do we get a new badge? We got a new badge. Wait, did that? And this new badge. 51.4% of users own this. What? 51.4%? We're already at 50th percentile? We're close to 50th percentile? That's interesting. Oh, that's kind of neat. There's frequencies in these. That's useful. Very useful. Comparative stats. A favorite badge. Oh, intriguing. All right. We'll look at those in another time. So let's see if we can spark some. So we're gonna add this. I feel like this is a good way to do our like wrap up for this stuff. So I'm not sure which one I got stopped on though. I should really write notes on which one I got stopped on. Don't think it's these. So that one got stopped a little. So daro. And it was stopped on assertive, so it was like standard, assertive. don't know which one it was. It was definitely a Kosoado prompt. The show was okay because of Daro coming first. Then I thought about it, polite, assertive. It might have been Ano. I don't remember. So we'll have to pay more attention next time. Do we have any update concepts? Yeah, I need to do a final recall routine. There's definitely a required final recall routine for this. All right. And then let's look at our vocab. Today's one is definitely the kakeru kind of got stuck a little, but I think being new, oh, that's okay. This one, osieru being the idea of giving directions or you're giving instructions, right? Give. In this case, it was give directions, but instructions is fine too. That was one of the pauses, for sure. Those are okay. Oh, taisetsu. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I mean. So, who countered me earlier? Someone countered me earlier. I actually think it's drama. Because taisetsu can be interpreted as necessary. So someone, I think someone early on, because of the two, it's not that clear cut. It was next to hitsuyo, but the sentences give it away. So if I was reading the sentences, you would know which important to you. But taisetsu is important, necessary, or indispensable, just like hitsuyo. But when whoever said it's not necessary, it is, but it's a different type of necessary. Right, so we'll go back to so right here, like needed, essential, necessary, taisetsu, right? It's on a scale, and then there's also nuances in how they use. But if you're only looking at, like, if it only says necessary, which is what it said earlier, or it says important. Now, while hitsuyo is kind of like even higher than important in a sense, but they are both necessary. So when I was testing during that time, it is necessary, just not in the context of that sentence that I was looking for. So I was testing for hitsuyo, but you could rearrange the sentence in a way to say taisetsu. That was my argument, like, off that hint, and then it led into like a discussion about the hint system, like how many hint levels. It was probably drama. Pretty sure drama was the one that brought it up. Anyways, so taisetsu caused me pause for a moment because I had to read the sentence. I do. That is nice that I'm also encouraged to read the sentence to distinguish, because the target word is not sufficient most of the time. When someone is very confident about a specific use, I tend to be very questionable because there's a reason why, at least I have to explain my hesitation. Why did I think there were two necessaries in that target zone, right? Taisetsu is a very early one. We might as well write it down as it got. I paused. Whoa, why are these so tall? Made them too tall. Yeah, definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is repeating. For class, as in like a lesson. Or instruction, right? Is there anything else? Let's take a look. There's also Sega Takai. Sega Takai. It was a brief pause. Renshu can kind of get lost a little bit in the stuff. Not that big. I got lost in, what was it? Passionate? I lost passionate as well. And what was atsui? Yes, atsui. Re, right? Re. Not karai, but atsui. Yeah. What was that? Like womb? I don't remember. I'm gonna say no. Yes. Oh no, I think it's that seems a little tall. No, that seems too tall. Let's get a closer look. Oh no, it is. It's just my handwriting is terrifyingly bad. It is a double stack. So use for pivot, first describing a person, passionate. All right, that's a wrap for Bunpro today. Not bad, not bad. Gonna keep going. That's interesting that 5K experience is 50th percentile. I wonder how people are moving through this stuff. I like the stats, the comparative stats in badging and stuff. Badging, like these type of badging things, I also use that comparatively on like getting perceptions of Steam stuff, like Steam games, and try to like glean what people do, especially when developers make like nuanced badges to mark certain benchmarks. It's very informative, like after the fact, for developers. When you make very clever badges or very specific milestone badges, it can be retroactively very it reduces a lot of the process, but it can be a great way to draw attention to something so that you can follow up with it in more nuance. So it's interesting that 5000 XP is a 50th percentile, getting close to 50th percentile for Bunpro. Alright folks, that's a wrap for my Bunpro session today. If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu. As always, feel free to follow along, pick up Bunpro for yourself, give it a try. You're always welcome to come on by and yap, discuss, brainstorm, have some maybe emotionally dry exchanges, intellectual discussions, or emotional ones. I'm here to be a listener as well. Anyways, right, we want to encourage each other and motivate each other to express to each other our ideas, which can prompt interest in one's own lives and potentially empathize and participate in a mutual exchange of interest in each other's lives. Keep each other motivated. So until next time, 皆さんまたね。見てくれてありがとう。Right? See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get up, stretch, walk around before my Hanzi Hero session. Thank you.